Hi everyone, welcome to this week's assembly, and I have with me Miss Chelsea, who's going to help us with Makaton this morning. So hope your weekend's been okay and you're ready for a Christmas William Henry Smith School week. I'm sure you are. Last week there was a fantastic sense of community across the school with lots of activities and lots of support for one another. Okay, this week's going to be a little bit different, but with some exciting things, and let's try and keep our feet firmly on the floor this week. So I've got a couple of questions for you, and these are questions for Bubbles, and the right answer will get a box of chocolates. So 2 questions. The first question is, so the 7 Dwarfs, what film did the 7 Dwarfs originate? Where did it come from? What film did the 7 Dwarfs originate? What film did it come from? And the second part of that question is, can you name the 7 Dwarfs? The first bubble to get that answer to me will get this beautiful box of chocolates, heroes. Now the second question is Santa's reindeers. The first bit of the question is, were there 9, 10 or 12 reindeers, and can you name them? Okay, so I thought there were 9, and then I heard there was 10 because the famous reindeer was added to make 10. If you know who that was, the name of that reindeer. So that's the second question. Were there 9 or are there 10 or 12 reindeers, and can you name them? So the first bubble that gets the answers to those questions to me via email or via phone will get this really nice big box of chocolates. Fantastic. Okay, on to birthdays, and we have a number of birthdays over the Christmas period. So congratulations, I think Faizan's is tomorrow. So Faizan, Jack Pickford, Alfie Kirby, Kayla Brook, Jem Ladner, Riley Hall, and also Danny Booth, Luke Roberts, Nicole True, Jason Aspinall, he works for the Leeds College of Building, some of you may know him, Paul Ackroyd, Wendy Marshall and Nathan Smith. So those are the birthdays over some of the Christmas period. I hope you have a lovely time. I was delighted with this card that I received last week, and it's a handmade card by Alfie Kirby on the 9th of December. It's from Olaf Hargreaves. It's beautifully done, and it's signed by Olaf Hargreaves. It actually really did make my day, so thank you so much to Hargreaves for that. Okay, on to Students of the Week. Student of the Week in Hockney went to Billy Joe for another excellent week. He continues to set an example for the other boys to follow, and has also gone out of his way to help another student on a number of occasions, and has done so in a helpful and considerate manner. Well done, Billy. In Rowntree, the award went to Jack for managing change in difficult circumstances maturely and sensibly. Well done to Jack. And in Rowntree, the award went to Lucas for managing change in difficult circumstances also, mature and sensible. Well done to Lucas. And in Rowntree, the award also went for that, for managing change. Well done to James. Also in Rowntree, I think actually, Rowntree have all got these awards. I should have looked at them before. Also to Rowntree, the award went to Stephen for the same, managing change in difficult circumstances and behaving maturely and sensibly. Same for Lucas Plicatus for managing change. Well done, Lucas. In Sheeran, the award went to Harry for an amazing week in class and participating well in all activities. Well done to Harry. And in Priestley, the award went to Bailey for mature attitude and some wonderful Christmas pictures. In Hargreaves, the award went to AJ. His task ideation was improved greatly, and his handwriting has too. Well done there. Well done, AJ. And in Adams, the award went to Harvey for settling well into the Adams bubble and completing work towards his functional skills, maths and English, and some biology thrown in there too. Well done, Harvey, fantastic. In Nightingale, the award went to George for his determination when learning to tell the time. Well done, George. And in Clancy, the award went to Luke for engaging well in group activities and communicating with staff and peers. Well done, Luke. In Whittaker, the award went to Charlie for his maths investigation work. Well done, Charlie. And in Best, the award went to Charlie, also for engaging with staff and peers using Makaton, and in brackets it says cheeky monkey. Well done, Charlie. Also in Best, the award went to Sibby for making full use of the sensory room and for signing really well. Well done, Sibby. In Boothroyd, the award went to Blake for increasing his attendance and engaging in lessons with tutors. Well done to Blake. And finally, we have a House of the Week award. This is new. We won't have this since March, I don't think. So the House of the Award for a marvellous week in house and for celebrating Christmas in a fantastic way. So well done to all the staff as well for all that organisation. Well done to Mozart. Big round of applause for Mozart. Okay, so that's all of the students of the week, and don't forget you can add, or staff can add, 10 learning tokens to your totals. Fantastic. So you know all the plans hopefully for this week. If you don't, get alongside your bubble staff and ask what's happening, because this week is full of Christmas activity, and look forward to seeing you at some of those events and all the leadership team over the next few days. So 10 learning tokens to all you guys, and I say look forward to seeing you. So I'm going to pause there, give my voice a little bit of a break, and I'm going to hand over to Matt for drumming, Miss Wilshaw for word of the week, Mr. Allen for magic, and to Mr. Stead for super science. See you in a moment.
We've all been keeping alright. Today we're going to be learning how to play some drums. We're going to be looking at how to play the most basic and fundamental, but also the most important beat that we can play on the drums, and that's called a 4/4 beat. Now, when we start thinking about playing the 4/4 beat, there's one really important thing that we need to keep in mind, and that's our timing, our counting. We always need to be having this 1, 2, 3, 4 ticking away in our head. Now we're going to be playing this 1, 2, 3, 4 on our hi-hat cymbal. That's this one right here. Our two cymbals that are stuck together. We're going to be thinking about our bass drum as well, and we're also going to be thinking about our snare drum. Now, we're going to count our 4 beat on our hi-hat like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to keep that going. Now when we get to 1, we're going to start including the bass drum like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now when we get to 3, we're going to start including the snare drum. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now with the 4/4 beat, we can speed it up, we can slow it down, so we could do it a little bit faster like this. 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can add little things to it, so we could double up on the bass drum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. And that's how you play a 4/4 beat. You'll hear it in loads of different songs, all the way from bands like AC/DC to Guns N' Roses. And I really recommend you all give it a go. See you all next week.
Good morning everyone, and welcome to Mrs. Wilshaw's Word of the Week. The word of the week this week is community. Community is a group of living things sharing the same environment, or who come together for a common purpose. You'll often belong to lots of different communities. For example, we all belong to the William Henry Smith School community, but you'll also be a member of different communities where you live, or it might be a football community that you're part of. Our school community has really excelled itself this week, with lots of new traditions being made and outstanding examples of everyone working together. I'm optimistic for 2021. See you next year.
Hi boys, Merry Christmas, different hat, different Sunday. Last week's experiment then, I don't know if you remember, we had some milk with food colouring in, and then we put some washing up liquid in onto the food colouring, and it caused the food colouring to disperse, to basically move to the outside of the dish of milk. The reason why that happens is because the fairy liquid molecules weaken the bond between the fat molecules and the protein molecules that make up the milk. So when the fairy liquid molecules hit the food colouring in the milk, it's basically moving around, sort of like trying to attach to the fat molecules, and that causes the food colouring to separate out. Okay, so that's an explanation for how that happened. So this week, what we're going to be looking at is we've got water, and we're going to be looking also at, we're going to be using that water to look at surface area and how surface area works. So basically what you need is you need a piece of paper to cut a template out of an animal, all right? And you need to get a piece of A4 paper and fold it in half, and at the top where the crease is where you need to set your template for your animal to then draw around it. So basically I've used that template to draw the animal out twice, all right? Once on pink paper and once on yellow paper. So they're the same size animal and they're on the same kind of paper. So we're going to be doing a fair test. You might notice that the only difference is between the pink animal and the yellow animal is the size of its feet, okay? What we're going to try and do is we're going to try and get each of these to float on the water or to walk on water. So with the feet, if you notice, you just fold them out on the lines that I've drawn. So this won't take a second. Okay. So what we're going to try and do now, we're going to see if this fella with these small feet will float. And you'll notice because he's attached on both sides, that was the crease at the top of the piece of paper. And he is struggling to float. He just sinks, okay? Now, this fella, he's got much bigger feet. So we fold his feet out, just like we did with the pink guy. Alright, so now we're going to put him on to the water and see if he floats. And he does float. Try again, just to show you. Even though his feet get wet, and even though it's paper, it's not card, can't flatten his feet out. I don't think he's going to work again. But you saw that with the bigger feet, it did float, and that's to do with the surface area of his feet. Okay, he has a much larger surface area, which allowed the weight of the animal to be spread out over a much bigger area, which basically allows him to float. Okay? Right, this is the last assembly before Christmas, so I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and look forward to seeing you all in January. All right, take care. Bye.
Hi everyone, good to see everybody back with us. Thank you, big thank yous to Matt for introducing drumming this week. You've been awesome. To Miss Wilshaw for introducing our words of the week for the last couple of weeks. To Mr. Allen for his super magic, and a big thank you to Mr. Stead for his super science, wonderful. And also a big thank you to Chelsea for our Makaton, but also supporting me over the last couple of weeks with assemblies. Thank you very much. So let's get on to the red bucket. So our final draw before the Christmas break. First one is Alex Young, and then we have Connor Wood, Stephen Mulcahy, Kai Coleman, and the last one, number 5. Sorry, he's not in school at the moment. To Jaden O'Sullivan. So well done to you boys. There will be a prize waiting for you in reception by Thursday, the very latest. Okay, so just to finish off, just to remind you, Bubbles, that there are 2 challenges today. Firstly, Seven Dwarfs. Which film does it originate from? Which film does it come from? Okay, the 7 dwarves, and can you name them? And reindeers, whether 9, Santa's reindeers, whether 9 or either 9, 10 or 12, and can you name them? So the first bubble that gets those answered to me by phone or email gets this lovely, as I say, big box of heroes, which you all are. Everybody is a hero. So I'm going to finish off with some Christmas jokes, and these are all the pages of Christmas jokes, so sit tight. I'm going to see if I can get through all. I think there's 160. Is that okay? No? Okay, I'll just do a few then. So, my Christmas jokes to you guys. What does Santa have? Let's start again. Why does Santa have 3 gardens? So he can ho ho ho. Obviously very funny. What do you call a cat in the desert? Sandy Claus. Who delivers presents to cats? Santa Claus. Couple more. What do you call Father Christmas in the beach? Sandy Claus. Just two more. What did the sea say to Santa? Nothing, he just waved. And the last one. What do you get if you cross Santa with a duck? A Christmas quacker. Christmas cracker. Hope you enjoyed all those. Make sure you get those answers to those questions today by 4 o'clock or tomorrow at the latest. The first bubble to get those in will get some lovely chocolates. So it is my delight just to say to you, I hope you all have a lovely Christmas and a happy new year. You've been awesome, as I said, this last year. I know it's been incredibly difficult for us all, but you've worked hard and you've managed change exceptionally well, and I really want you to enjoy the rest of this Christmas week and end on a real positive. I know you will, and I look forward to catching up with you over the next couple of days. So have a lovely Christmas and a happy new year to you all. Be good, stay safe.